Welcome back, guys. It's been a long time since you heard from me. Apologize for that. And this update is mostly a lot of scenery and town rearrangement work that I've been doing, some building construction, and no trains running. Apologize for that. I am actually not home as I'm doing this. I am in Georgia, so I don't have any train clips to be uploading with this video. So I hope you enjoy this short update of me attempting to do scenery and finally rearranging the town of Timson. The area I worked on here is right in front of that Norfolk Western SD, around that tower. Did some work on the tower, and as you go around the roads there, on both sides of the road, to the left of the yellow hopper there, the lead yellow hopper, and as you cross that road, to the left of the boxcar there, as you're going under that bridge. This is the best picture I could find of what it looked like before, so hopefully you can see the transformation. All right, let's do this. Me and scenery. The area over by those two CSL intermodal containers, where you see the greenery there, that's something I added. This area over by this old tower, I put a lot of greenery and tried to make it look abandoned around it. I don't know if you can see inside the windows, but I use chipboard in the windows to try and imitate plywood. And when I put the powders on it, it looks like plywood actually. The area around the road here, added the gravel and some greenery along the road edges. Used some static grass along the road edges. Most of the scenery materials are that Martin Wellberg stuff that I had. Added scenery and bushes along the edge of that road over there. That building in the center right there is going to be a barber shop. Those two buildings in the back is going to be just a farmer's market kind of area. They are lighted. This building right here is just going to be like for storage. Somebody's using it for storage. And that's just another abandoned industry that's no longer used. I don't know if you can see along the edge there in front of those buildings. There's a rail line, buried rail line running there. I guess I need to paint the concrete between it. Hopefully it stands out a little bit more to try and imitate that there was once a switch back there that serviced these buildings but no longer is there. The area right, oops, I passed one. Right here is on this side of the road I added some more static grass and try to make a little wetland in there with some dead foliage. Having a hard time saying that word. Over here was the biggest addition. That large area there. Did the same thing. Try to make it like a swampy wetland kind of thing, but you know, some dead foliage, greenery along the edges. This added a little foliage along that edge in front of this building. This is eventually going to be a country antique store. Got to change out the signage and stuff and work on the parking area a little bit more. So hopefully from the view of the first picture, which was something like that, you can see a little transformation and hopefully it looks a little bit better. Over the past couple of months I also went down a rabbit hole actually trying to lay out the town the way I think I like it for the 75th time. But I'm pretty much committed now to what I've done. So let's get into this one. course, the Kentucky Fried you've seen before, and the convenience store here, which is going to be named Culpeppers. They did not move. In the back there, there's going to be that's a fruit market, and that's a general store. Over here is Horton and Associates, attorneys at law. Horton is my son-in-law's name, and he's actually a lawyer. And I started doing some basic scenery around that building. I still want to do a little bit of weathering on that building, but since it's a law building, I'm going to say, well, they keep it pretty clean. This building right here, oh, let's not go to that one yet. This is going to be like a little appliance store. There is like a crazy little interior back there, but it's moved on me. I got to fix that. I'm planning on throwing a light in there. I can't remember what this building was called, but it does have some interior stuff in it. Haven't decided what. So it's a news building. That's what it is. Some sort of news building. And this is one I really went down a rabbit hole on. I did a lot of signage work. At least I attempted to do a lot of signage work. You can see on the side. I'll throw up a better picture showing the actual side of it. Added some electrical boxes and some gas meters and things like that. Gabrielle is my youngest daughter. She likes coffee, so I gave her a coffee shop. Kalia is my daughter-in-law. She actually has a business, Kalia's Closet. So Kalia's Closet's on my layout. My oldest daughter, Yana, which is Jay Horton's RX, is a nurse. So quite naturally, or I guess you can say, she has a drugstore. I started doing a little scenery at this end, at the end of the coffee shop. So your rivet counters don't scream. I did not use scale lumber. I used very, very expensive redwood coffee stirrers. It's just, I built it out of coffee stirrers and skewers and stained it redwood. And if you remember from my mail call, that's what the people at the picnic table were for. Got a little one-way street here that I still need to do a little more work on. I started doing my diner. It's going to be down at the end of that street, down the end of the road, across the street rather. Burger King's there. If you remember from a while back, if you saw these videos of this building and this building, how I took them apart and redid them. They were gifts that were a mess that I refurbished. People are there getting their taxes done already. Hey, it's tax season. Started doing a little scenery work along the edge of that road. That used to be the Plywood Pacific back there, so I did a lot of painting back there. The firehouse is another building I did. That was a pain in the butt. Walters did not give any instructions on this building. They were crap. So I got a one fire truck, small town, and an EMT emergency building back there, emergency vehicle back there for that. This is just going to be like a little electrical plumbing distribution place. Going to be a team track back there with building supplies and stuff like that. And over here I am going to get my, it's going to be another like a little auto repair area. This grain facility thing back here, it's not going to be service. It's just going to be something that used to be, and it got not used anymore, and it's going to be overgrown around it, you know, weeds and high grass and stuff. That mat, it's just laying up there. I was trying to figure out how to use that mat and where I can use it. So this is what the town of Timson looks like right now. I got to decide what I'm going to put in the back there. Probably just just more likely just scenery. Of course, I still got to kit bash my 2 River City textiles for an abandoned textile mill. That's going to be along the wall back there. So there you have it, the layout for the town of Timson. Another area of signage I did was on my sweeteners industry back here. Did the sign there. I'm sorry about this movement with this camera, but I'm having to walk around and do this. And the sign there, Cho Sweetness. My daughter-in-law will probably kill me, but that's her middle name. So I named that business after her. And you guys probably heard me talk about Sap Foods. It's my son's initials. I did this sign and put it up there. I'm not 100% sure I like it now, but I think I'll leave it. I'm still not 100% sure I like it. And I also did the one over the main office building right there. So, not perfect, not that great in doing these signs yet, but hopefully I'll improve as I go along. And one last thing I did was to work on my crossings. That's drywall mud. I don't know if you remember from a few videos back, I mentioned that I need to do that. And I did those two crossings there. And that one right there. And I know you remember me talking about this from my last video. Haven't worked on that. I think that's about it for the Georgia Sunbelt right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this update. Please hit like. Thank you. And have a great March.